Hello, longboarding mom. Today I have a lot to do. It's my last day off. I've got pumpkins I need to process. I found some bananas in the freezer, so I'm going to make some banana bread. Cleaning, and later taco pie. But first, I want to talk to you about something. Um, Lee from Lazarus Homestead has been going to thrift shops and stuff and finding cookbooks and stuff, and she's looking for this book, my Betty Crocker cookbook. I didn't know what year this was made because, whoops, there goes all my recipes. The first couple of pages were tore out of it. Let's see how it's tore there. I'll put this back in. See how this is tore. This is page 7. So I was like, I don't know what year it is. So I got online and I was looking for cookbooks on Amazon, and I found it. It's 2000. It was made in 2000, and they have one on Amazon. It's like 40 bucks. And then I was looking at like the different ones. The one my stepmom had, I think, was like, oh gosh, I want to say the 60s. There was one that was 79. Those books are $100 or more. Crazy, right? But I really like my Betty Crocker cookbook. So I got inspired and I went to a couple different thrift shops, St. Vinny's de Paul, and oh gosh, I can never remember the names of them. I'll tell you up there. And anyway, I got the first one I went to. Oh, Salvation Army. Salvation Army. First one I went to was Salvation Army. My son drove me there the other day. He's still driving me around. I love it. And Better Homes and Garden. Anyone can cook. And it's a binder. So that's what I was looking for, was like binder ones. I wanted to get a cookbook for my son. So when he moves out, he can have a cookbook of his own and hopefully use it. So he actually said that he would go through these cookbooks and find a couple recipes and cook them with me and share them with you guys. So then after work the other day, I went to St. Vinny's, and it's St. Vincent de Paul's, but we all call it St. Vinny's. And I got McCall's Cooking School. And so I was going through these books. I still like my Betty Crocker cookbook better. It is a beginner cookbook, but it cooks from scratch. And this book is amazing because it has intro to cooking. So you go into the intro to cooking and it shows you what dishes, what utensils, things that you should buy or have, or things that you might want to have. Oh, and this little thing right here, it says Ask Mom. So in each recipe, there is an Ask Mom section. So if you don't know what something means in the recipe, it tells you Ask Mom, and it tells you the page to go to. Because in the beginning, it talks about your intro to cooking, but it also tells you how to slice stuff. Oh, this yesterday helped me out so much. I made pear bread. Let me grab that for you. Look at this. Delicious pear bread. I made 5 loaves of this, the mini loaves, or I want to say these are not mini. I want to say they're medium compared to the big loaf pan and my mini loaf pan I have. These ones are much bigger, and you still got to bake them for like 45 minutes. So I made 5 of those. My husband and I ate one, and he asked me to coat another one in more of that icing stuff because he likes a lot of sugar. So that one's his. And so anyway, this little section right here, I was just looking at it the other day, and it shows you how to do pears. So I'm going to make pear bread next week. Yum. It was so good. So I had to go out and pick more pears. That pear tree outside is covered. There's some on the ground, which I picked up. They're not rotten. They're actually the ones, this pear tree, you have to ripen off the tree. They don't ripen on the tree. So once they land on the ground and they get covered up by the grass, it actually ripens them. So I put them in a paper bag and they're ripening right now. So next week we will make some more pear bread. But I also made yesterday pear apple butter. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. My apple butter turned out amazing last time I made it. Basically, I kind of used the same recipe, but more pears. I had only like 4 apples, so pear apple butter, and I got 6 jars of that. You can see there's only 5 jars. My husband ate half a jar. I didn't think it was going to seal, so he opened it up and started eating it. And I told him, you're going to get a tummy ache if you eat all that. He was going to eat the whole jar. I was like, you're going to get a tummy ache if you eat that whole jar. So he put it back, put the lid back on, and put it back over there, and it sealed, which was kind of funny. So anyway, 2 cookbooks here, and my son doesn't know which one he wants, and I might even just buy the Betty Crocker cookbook if that's what he wants to cook from. But like I said, Better Homes and Garden, I liked the beginning of the book, but then I started going through the recipes, and they were like not necessarily from scratch, like go buy this, go buy that, and make it, which is good. I mean, that's really how you can start with beginning, and you can learn from there and stuff. And this one, it was really cool. I love it because they have all the pictures and step by step and stuff. But it's an older cookbook, and I don't think my son will like all of these recipes. There's quite a few in there that I will make probably. But what I was thinking is that I am so close to 300 subscribers, and if I get to 300 subscribers, I will send you one of these cookbooks. So, and I got this off of Amazon. I think this video is just going to be about cookbooks, and later we'll do our cooking video. Bob's Burgers cookbook. So it popped up in my Facebook news feed, and I loved watching Bob's Burgers, you know, all the fun little joke burgers and stuff. Well, they made a book about it, and so I bought one for me and one for my daughter for Christmas. Shh, don't tell her. She probably won't see this anyway. So I got one for her and one for me, and I was thinking about, there are like 70 something burgers in this book, and it's got, I think I might color this page. It's kind of cool. I think I might color it. I've got really cool coloring pencils and stuff. But it tells you how to cook a basic burger the best. Recommendations on the whatever. How to cook your own fries flawlessly. And then the new Baconing's Burger, Season 1, Episode 1. That was the very first one. And kind of disgusting because they were talking about human flesh, which there was no human flesh in there, but it was a joke. So, but anyway, there's like Season 3, Episode 11, Eggers Can't Be Cheesers Burgers. So I was thinking about doing maybe one of these a month, and maybe we can choose like 1 through, I don't know how many there are, I'll figure it out. And we can just start like going through this book and making different burgers of the day. Yeah, there's like so many of them. There was the Jack-o'-lentil burger. Just kind of fun. So fun cookbooks. My husband was wondering why I'm buying all these cookbooks, because he says I'm not a beginner and I know how to cook. But you know what? I did learn something out of that cookbook. So we learn something all the time. You never know what you're going to learn and what you're going to do. So this is not all my cookbooks. I actually have a few more cookbooks, like the Beachbody cookbook, and I need to bring that one out. I've got a diabetes cookbook because I was living with my father-in-law and he was diabetic, and I wanted to learn how to cook for him and as well as cook for everybody else. But you know, that doesn't always happen the way you want it to, because you don't want to cook 2 meals. But if you plan ahead, you can always cook for your diabetic and then add flavoring and all the bad stuff later. So this is going to be only about my cookbooks. And if you have any questions, comment below, and later we will get started on our, I think it's a easy taco pie dish. And I saw, like I said, I can't remember what they called it on YouTube, and it was funny because I found it in my Betty Crocker's cookbook. We'll see you guys later making yummy food.